week in the kitchen here. This week we will be making chimichangas. Chimichanga is basically a burrito that has been fried, where burritos have the soft shell that's been steamed or baked. Chimichangas are literally, you make a burrito and you put it in grease and then fry it. So let me go ahead and get everything prepped, and we'll be back in just a bit. Alright, so we start off with browning about a pound of hamburger meat, ground beef. You can choose leaner if you want to. I tend to go with just the regular cut. Don't worry about the that. So I'll go ahead and brown this for about 6 to 8 minutes, and then I'll add my seasoning. I have taco seasoning and ranch seasoning. I tend to find that goes very well together. So let me go ahead and brown this up, and we'll be back in about 6 to 8 minutes. Alright, so I browned the meat on medium high for 8 to 10 minutes. It's about done. Also in the back here, I've got refried beans warming up. I'll add some onion powder to it here in a little bit. But as for the meat, I dropped it down to low. And I will add about a cup of water to it and let it sit for a few moments, then add the seasoning to it. So let me go ahead and get that done. Add a cup of water. And then what I do is a tablespoon of taco seasoning, a tablespoon of ranch seasoning, and a tablespoon of onion powder. Go and give that a good mix, incorporate it all into the meat there. And we will let that simmer for a little while until it thickens up, and then we'll cover it up and set it off to the back. Let it sit for a little while and let the flavor marinate in there. So we will be back in just a bit. Let me go ahead and flatten out the refried beans and get them stirred up, and we'll be back. So as for the refried beans, I usually thin them up a little bit, add about a quarter cup for a can. Makes them easier to stir and to break apart. It really doesn't do much to them. It kind of absorbs it in after a moment. So this is up in temperature now, so I'll go ahead and add it to the beef. Let me move the camera here for a moment. Yes, I do add the beans to the beef here, instead of doing 2 steps of adding the beans, or spreading the beans out and adding the beef to the top of it. I'll just go ahead and mix them in together as it is. And then let that sit for a while. Thicken up a little bit more. That's a little bit more beans and meat than you're going to use, which stores pretty well. I'll be serving this on top of nachos probably tomorrow or something. I do have some queso sauce I can serve with it. So let me let that sit for a while, and that should mix pretty well. So we'll be back in just a moment. Alright, so to start off, you want to get a pinch of Mexican cheese on there. Say about so right there. Not much at all. And get your spoon. Say common serving spoon. You want to get about that much right there. And a little bit more. Use your judgment on this. Alright, so next up, another pinch of cheese on top of that. And this is going to be fun. Fold it over. Like so. I'm having quite a hard time doing this. Trying not to tear the tortillas up. So basically you want to kind of fold it up as a burrito. This is about the best I can do. And then when you put it on the rack, you put it folded side down. You see that? And I'm going to go ahead and do that for about 3 or 4 more until I fill the rack, and then I'm going to be right back in just a moment. Once you're done folding up your chimichangas, get a bowl of olive oil. Get your brush and brush each of them. I'll be putting these in the air fryer instead of pan frying them. So you want to take your olive oil and coat the top of each of them. And there you go. Go ahead and throw them in the air fryer for about 7 to 12 minutes. I have it set at 425 degrees, and I'll put them in about 7 or 8 minutes and keep an eye on them afterwards. Back in a bit. Alright, so 8 minutes has gone by. They're out of the oven. So you want to go ahead and plate them up. I'm going to take 2 for myself. Maybe should have gotten a bigger plate. There we go. So what I usually do is I get queso dip. You can warm that up if you want to. chimichanga should be warm enough. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to open this with my... Yeah, that was a little pain in the butt. But, go ahead and pour some queso sauce on top. And you can top with whatever you want. I used to do diced tomatoes. And I usually have green onions, but I didn't have any this time. You can do black olives, you can do lettuce and onion, stuff like that. Of course, the sour cream, I haven't opened it yet. Put a dollop of sour cream on one of them, and I'll put a dollop of guacamole on the other. And then the guacamole. And those are chimichangas. Like I said, you can put whatever you want to on them. This is usually what I put on them, and I'll put a little bit of sauce on them too, but I don't have the sauce in the moment either. So, as usual, please leave a like if you like the video. If you cook anything here, always let me know how it turns out. And as always, have a great week and a great weekend, and bon appetit. Bye.